Hello YouTube, DonTheCrown here, and are you looking for embers? I've heard that there's kind of an ember shortage right now in Torchlight Infinite, and I might have a way to kind of help you generate some embers. Now note, in this particular video, I am using one of the least favorite loot pets that, the game has. When I pulled this pet, a lot of people said they were sorry. There were a lot of KekWs, but Captain Shadow is actually pretty good now, I think, because he has bosses defeated, 60% chance to drop 1 to 3 additional random embers. And you're going into maps, there's like a lot of like bosses and stuff like that. You can do like the tons of bosses strategy, and I have a whole bunch of bosses per map. But there's another way to get a whole bunch of embers, and that is Path of the Brave. Once you complete Traveler 7, you unlock the ability to do Path of the Brave. And Path of the Brave 1 really isn't all that bad. We kind of did some tracking here, did about 10 of them. And in 10 of these, we get 0 ultimate, 88 matchless, 189 precious, 58 fine, and 7 Anthony's helps, and 10 POB2s, which are about 3 FE, probably 1 to 3, depending on the market. Kind of these bopped up as we were doing the video, which makes it about 10 FE after taxes, which is not really all that bad, especially when you consider the way that these work. So the way the Path of the Brave works is that when you complete Path of the Brave 1, you have a boss at the very end, and that boss will always drop Proof of the Brave 2. And when you run Proof of the Brave 2, the boss will always drop Proof of the Brave 3, Proof of the Brave 4, Proof of the Brave 5, and the Proof of the Brave 5 does not drop Proof of the Brave anything. So you pretty much always can know that you're going to get a little bit of a return here. And if we go here, we can kind of see what the prices are. So right now, the Proof of the Brave 1s are about 1 FE, Proof of the Brave 2, about 2-ish FE, Proof of the Brave 3, another like 2 to 3 FE. And if you can happen to do this, this is probably close to profound difficulty. These are going to be about 10 to 11 FE. So pretty big bump up there. And the Proof of the Brave 5 is about 8. These are typically a little bit lower because, like I said, they don't like pay out another one here. But really the big main part of this is that you're just going to get a lot of embers just from killing bosses in here, because the bosses just kind of keep coming at you. And it's like a wave like mechanic thing. So you activate this thing in the middle, and enemies just kind of come at you, and sometimes like they'll cage you in. For example, I just got caged in there, and this is pretty much the entire room. Now if you stand still, this giant red like death cloud is going to appear, and standing in that for too long pretty much will always kill you, irregardless of how tanky you are. I think it just like gives you like a multiplier to how much damage you take. So you kind of always need to keep moving. But for the most part, these are pretty decent. It can be done pretty easily without having to, like, I don't know, activate brain all that much. And you can see like we're picking up tons of embers here. They're kind of popping off, and it looks pretty good. Might do a second run here at the second part of the video just to show like without having the ember pet. Maybe just turning off loot pets altogether. We can kind of see the difference of what we get. And so, yeah, it's pretty much this. There's a lot of bosses too. So like some of these can be pretty scary. I don't think I can handle POB3 right now. I have about 16 billion DPS. But POB3 was kind of kicking my butt a little bit. Typically you need a lot of damage to kind of deal with the bosses. Or they can kind of like stack up. Having like 5 or 6 bosses at the same time is pretty scary, especially because some of those bosses have the ability to like cage you or box you. And then always at the end, there's going to be the same kind of like watcher boss. And we just blow him up. And he drops the Proof of the Brave, like so. Ultimate embers are pretty big money right now as well. And let's just go throw this in here. Let's put all our embers away. We can see how much we get if we run it again. And when you run up to Path of the Brave to rerun, you need to press End Challenge. It'll give you a little warning, end the current challenge, and you can start it again like so. And I'm just going to switch my pack spirits here. Let's do paint pack spirits, I guess. Because have some drop quantity, but that's okay. Not Ember packed. I probably would recommend like having the Ember pack spirits for this. So if you have happened to pull Captain Shadow, you know, definitely a good thing to do. And then the big money for POB 4 and 5 is actually divination cards. That's like where the like special supports come from, like Precise, Friends of the Magi and stuff like that. And so those divination cards typically are pretty pricey and are pretty much how you make your money there. Although I guess you could probably get like Embers up there as well. Probably more ultimate Embers. So might be actually a pretty good farm, you know, at all tiers right now. But I just really kind of enjoy this because this is like a good turn my brain off, just blow up enemies, like maybe watch a stream or a video or something like that. And you don't really have to like navigate or move around. Like you do have to move, but like you don't have to like navigate a map. Don't have to interact with mechanics, don't have to roll maps, don't have to really do anything besides just kill the enemies. We can definitely see them definitely getting less Embers doing it this way. But let's see. And one more wave of bosses.
Clean your mouse before begging for mercy.
And then we get the final boss here.
An ignorant fool who has stepped into hellfire.
And there we go. So on this particular run here, I got 4 precious embers, 2 fine embers, and no ultimate embers. So definitely a lot lower in terms of the you know, overall embers here. Like I said, we did like 10 POB 1s here, and we got a little bit of this. So we got about like 8 matchless for that run. I don't think we got any matchless on this run here. And then like previously we did like 30 of these. So it really does seem like Captain Shadow is very important here, which is unfortunate. But like if you have this pet, this is maybe a good strategy for you. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, and I hope you guys have a good one. Come by the stream.